Hello everyone, this is Matt the Speedstar, aka the Game Rebel here, ready to run through the next part of The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, The Champion's Ballad. Last time, we began the main quest of the Champion's Ballad itself, which led us into a brand new trial within the Great Plateau itself, utilizing the one-hit obliterator. And I actually did look up a little bit about this thing. While a part of it seems to be based on, like, a trident, it also seems to have traces of Shintoism in it. It's, like, kind of based off the wooden wands, or what are they called? I think one name for them is Gohei? Yeah, they're the kind of wands that shrine maidens would use in purification rituals and such, as noted by the paper talismans and that on there. I don't know, I just wanted to quickly look it up because it really does remind me of something like that. It more or less reminds me of the rods that you use in Fire Emblem Fates. But anyway, I think there's another thing that we can do with this. And if I just unequip my bow real quick and my shield, I think I also read that there is actually... Hold on. Let me remember to do the thing. Yeah, there's a legit entry for the one-hit obliterator. We're gonna zoom in a little bit, and... wait for me to stop flashing, so I can take a picture. Apparently, this can actually be a permanently missable, entry. Here, I'll go in there real quick. Show you where I just took it. Right there, the one-hit obliterator. It actually took the spot. So, yeah, we have that. I can put my stuff back on, because I kind of need it. We're going to be tackling these brand new shrines that have just opened up. I am so not looking forward to this, because you can only do these shrines if you have this weapon with you. I've even experimented. I've left the Great Plateau, I've had the weapon disappear on me, tried to return, tried to enter a shrine. Nope, gotta have it. And, I think I'll keep it on stasis for now. Let's begin. Haven't done this in a while. And here we are, the first of our 4 brand new trials that we have to do. Our first one is Collected Soul. And as you see there, we have these spiked balls all around. And you know what that means. If you are not careful, one hit, dead. Now this one itself, it shouldn't take very long. That is if you manage to do everything perfectly. So what we need to do now is we need to scoop up stuff coming down. And not like that. More like that. Uh-oh. Oh, thank God. Oh, Ow! Anyway, I need that treasure chest first. That's the high priority here. Because I managed to get all the treasures in the other shrines, and I'm going to keep it that way. Don't you... Oh my God, that looked just about ready to fall over. And you know what? I'm gonna make sure it doesn't. Alright. Oh, perfect. Now, what we really have to do. There's actually 2 glowing Sheikah balls that we need to find. A big one and a small one. The small one is required, but the big one will lead us to another treasure. Wait. You can go down there? I thought that was bottomless. Well, I just learned something. Apparently there is a bottom down there, but there's no way in hell I'm going to head down there. I can just do this. Anyway, don't pick up the spike ball. Come on, come on, come on. I have done this before. Ah! Well, you know what? At the very least, I can bring one of them over. And I'll just pick it up and put it, aside. I'll leave it right over here, because this is kind of how I did my well, actually, funny enough, in my practice, and I wish I could show it, I did actually get both of them, and I managed to carry both the big and the small, Sheikah balls over to me. Took me about a minute, but I managed to do it. Oh boy. No. No. I don't need a spike ball. I don't need something that will potentially kill me. In. Alright. Now, carefully bring it up. Carefully bring it over here. And then we basically gotta dump it in, because there's no way in hell you're gonna be able to lift this thing. Alright, that clears this place out. I'm kind of using this for right now, because one, cold resistance, because of Meadow. And two, ancient proficiency, so that way, if I encounter any enemies, I'll just do what I did last video. Snipe them. Honestly, I feel more comfortable sniping enemies than actually engaging. Okay, gotta watch out for the spike ball. Yee, that was close. Whew. Alright, in. You know what this means? 4 more shrines means 4 more spirit orbs. We can get another heart container. And I am looking forward to that. 1 extra heart container means a little bit less to worry about. This is the one that I fear the most. So, I'm gonna try and get this one done as quickly as I can. Rotich IGAs is stop to start. And this is the one part I hate the most, is the very beginning of this. Because you know what you gotta do? You've gotta use these to get across. A lot easier said than done, mind you. I can get this to kind of go in properly, and it'll be alright. It's the other two I'm worried about. Especially when that is done. So, I need to make a proper path. A path that I'll be able to, walk on. Because, well, you know, I touch these at all, and that'll be the game over. A game over that I really, really, really do not want, because I have managed to go this entire game without 1 game over. And I want to keep it that way. I really do. This part is what I hate the most about it, is because I have to climb onto this. And it is incredibly tough to do this properly. And that's the worst part of it over there, is I need to grab that treasure chest. In fact, I'm gonna do that. I can just as easily paraglide over, and I don't have to worry about this. And as you can tell by that, that's another thing that worries me. Is because if I do it like that, that thing moves. I'm gonna pull it forward, so at least it's a bit stable. But anyway, once I've at least gotten this thing... Yeah, once I've at least gotten that treasure chest, I don't have to worry about this because this is kind of the toughest part. As far as I know. Whoa! Get on! Oh. Oh my god. I'm sorry if that sounds weird. Hey, a forest dweller shield. I'm sorry if that sounds weird. Anyway, at the very least, that's the only treasure chest in this entire shrine. So now I can focus on the rest of it. Alright. We have more spikes. We mainly want to worry about that gear. This first gear doesn't move that fast. This one moves a little faster. And then the conveyor belt. The way I did this was I just casually walk, wait for my stasis to recharge, and then when I get a chance, I immediately use stasis on that one, get over here, and then run. Now here comes the next part, and this is another one that can be really worrying. These aren't just swinging, whatever they're attached to is also moving as well. So you can hold this thing in place, and they'll still move. You can try and offset it somewhat, but believe me, it's not really that worth it. What I did was, I used stasis on the last one. At least when it's in a position where it's not really a threat. And then when I get my chance, I move. We only have, I think, one little bit left. This one I really don't like. I think this is the worst one of them all. Thankfully, there's nothing after this, because you can see the Sheik amongst ahead. Step on this! And Death Trap! Yay! Alright, now these are gonna start coming at you. Just watch whatever moves, and, well... Okay, this next one. These move back. But I don't believe they move again. Oh, right. And then you climb on this one, and we're good. Just pushing everything else out of the way. I am not sticking around. This one gave me the most trouble. That's why I'm glad that it is done. Now let's go. 2 more. Oh, before we do, I believe after, you conquer some of the shrines, you can actually talk to Cass. Hey, buddy, I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, I am carrying practically a cursed weapon. Well, again, there's also because I have a cursed weapon that took away pretty much all my health and is leaving me at death's door. Oh, you know what the heck.
Oh.
title drop. I like that right there. Just that little bit of a title drop. Now, what sort of sound could alarm a horse so effectively? Kabam, kapow, rumble, rumble. Honestly, I haven't a clue. I think we do. Well, he's gonna be playing a very key part in this whole main quest stuff. For now, gonna head here, and we're gonna tackle this next one. So, I will see you in there. Alright, continuing our next shrine. It looks to be a test of strength. This is a major test of strength. Plus. Might want to get that Cryonis out, or maybe Stasis. Just to kind of keep the guy frozen as he comes for me. Actually, when I have the chance, I might want to quickly shoot him. Yes! And then... well, that was quick. Don't want to take these. What shall I take? Ancient Battle Axe with... okay. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. No long throw. Alright, let's claim our treasure on our next... what? As the commentator says so sarcastically, since he already knows what's coming up. Yep, there's a reason why it's a major test of strength plus. We ain't done yet. There's still a whole mess of stuff underneath that we have to do. This is kind of why I have the... sorry, I think my cough's starting to act up a little bit. If you notice, there are more enemies down here. And a key that we need to get. And the key should be right there. Alright. So, just like before with the monster bases, I will be abusing the arrows in order to get around. In fact, if you do this just right, you can actually shock one of these guys and it should kill them. Uh-oh. That was the proper Guardian Scout, so I will count it as a legit headshot. This next one, however, I will be ice arrowing. Because I do not trust my chances with him. Yeah. I like to make sure that nothing's gonna happen to me. Now this one I can just do this. I said I can just do this. Actually, I can just use regular arrows on these guys. And another headshot. Yeah, with all that I'm doing, I might actually make it to 200. Now, this isn't the actual way to go. This just leads to the treasure. Which is a giant ancient core. That will let me get another shield or ancient bow. I want to do that before I take on the next part of this entire main quest. That's where we really have to go. Grab my stuff. Grab the key. And we only have, I think, one little bit left. Yep. One little bit left. Now, if you look carefully... Yep. We have a bunch of Guardian Scouts here. And believe me, they are all gonna shoot at you. This is probably the toughest part of this one. Because you have to deal with this guy, which I will take care of right now. That knocks him down, so at the very least he's on a more manageable area. Whoa! Okay. He's probably gonna... Yep. He's gonna do that. Since he's not part of the test of strength itself, I will consider each and every headshot on him countable. Not that it matters, because he's dead already. I really don't care if I'm being a pussy about all this. I kind of would rather do this in a more, guaranteed manner. Speaking of which, now we pretty much are guaranteed to get the blah. Okay, my English is dead. Now we're guaranteed to get the next Spirit Orb. Unless I fall down and game over. Alright, let's get out of here. We got one left. Don't like it. I don't like any of these ones. Alright, you. I need an orb. And finally... Darkness, my old friend. Our last one in the Great Plateau at Tsukurima's is Path of Light. And believe me, this little bit of light that we got here is definitely not going to be helpful. In fact, I'm curious. Will these? Well, they glow, but they definitely don't help. I was kind of curious. Now, what I actually did was, I just held a rune out. Because, as you see here, the area that it shows actually does kind of help light things up, so at the very least, I know where I'm going. You know, that way I don't get surprised by anything. Now, can you actually... I think you can, actually. So, you can crouch underneath these. What I did originally was I just stasis them and waited. This one, however, I am not going to wait for. Because I can just do that. Now, since I don't know what was going on with any of this around here, I didn't want to chance it. Should have everything in here and here, right? Yep. Okay. That just leaves here. Oh yeah, and I see that there's a treasure up there. I think fire arrow right over there will light it up. And then of course this to make sure I can see where I'm going. Because believe me, in the darkness, anything could happen. You could suddenly walk down a pit. And I ain't dealing with that. Nope, nope, nope. I don't want to stop time on this. I want to grab it. Gold rupee! Except I'm going to need a lot more than a gold rupee before I can get another ancient shield or bow. Alright. Now I think there's one last thing I need to deal with. Okay, that was sudden. We had like a little bit of fog around here. Oh, fire. Yeah, we have fire, and we can't stop these. And it does not look like there's anything I can grab to stop the fire. So, just have to time it. By the way, yep, I just had to make sure that that was the last and only treasure chest in this entire shrine. Okay. Now watch and go. Alright, now here's the last part. Come down here, and we have guardians that just showed up. That was a headshot, apparently. Get him. Okay. I think that's all of them. Either that or there's one more. I don't remember, but I think I only remembered there being, Yep, that's it. Once you've made it past those Guardian Scouts, that's it. Trial's done. With this, we get our last Spirit Orb, too. Phew. You saw it here first. Done the trial. And done all the shrines. Without one game over. I am satisfied. And thankfully, once we get this last Spirit Orb, we are good. And we're done with the one-hit obliterator at long last. I am Maz Koshia. You have done well to conquer the trials laid before you. You are Hyrule's beacon of hope. But your trials have only just begun. The divine weapon shall lead you. He's not kidding when he said that the trials have just begun. Now that you have proven your power, a new journey awaits. Go to the 4 locations that will be revealed to you, and reach for greater heights than ever before. And our health is finally all back, which means I now feel safe again. So, we now don't have to worry about that one-hit obliterator anymore. So, what to do now? I think we should pay a quick visit to the Temple of Time. Because now that we have 4 new Spirit Orbs, we can get another heart container. So I will see you in the Temple of Time. Oh, what a wondrous feeling it is to have all my health back. And not have to worry about dying to one hit. I always hate those kinds of things. The, one hit and you're dead. Because it kind of, means you have to employ stealth. And that's something I'm usually not that good at. Now, normally, whenever you go to a goddess statue after you've spent all 120 orbs, she tells you you don't have to increase your power any further. But now that we have them, we can. And after getting this thing, I'm gonna end it off here. Because, frankly, I'm done. And with that being said, next time, we're gonna start checking out some of these new locations that have opened up to us. Might be a good idea to do that anyway, because there's not really much else I can do except for map out the rest of Hyrule. And I still kinda need to do that. But since we now have new shrines as well as new locations to go to, I think that 100% completion is gonna be off for a little bit. So, how I'm going to do this is I'm going to go in the reverse order of what I did for the Divine Beast. So I'm going to tackle Va Meadows first. Then head to Varudania, Varnaboris, and then finally end at Varuta. I'm actually doing this because during my practice, I did do all the stuff required for Va Meadows thing. So I figured, let's at least do that first. So that way I can take care of that and move on to the other stuff. And that is what I shall do. We're heading back to the Rito territory, people. Next time. So, until then, thank you all for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a like. If you wish to follow along with this and other Let's Plays, please consider subscribing. If any concerns come up, I'll let you guys know my Twitter and additional info in the lower left box in the video and down in the description below. This has been Matt the Speedstar, aka the Game Rebel, and I'll see you guys next time when we run through the next part of Breath of the Wild DLC.